Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. Omo, what do we call this? There was an attack that happened in Kwara State and then Nigerian army are running. They are on the run because they don't have the weapon to face these bandits. Let's know that 2 days ago, 20 Nigerian army died, when they had to respond to an attack. But because they had no weapon, they died. And now this time, Nigerian army they are running away for their life because of these bandits are more weaponized than them, guys. This thing is happening. So in this video, we'll break down the horrifying terrorist attack in a do local government area of Kwara State. Why innocent Nigerians are being killed, kidnapped, and driven from their homes. Why our security agents, soldiers, police, and local vigilantes are retreating because they are outgunned, guys. Why innocent Nigerians or where that there was an attack in Kwara State where innocent Nigerians are being killed, kidnapped, and driven from their homes. Our security men, soldiers, police, and local vigilantes are retreating because they are outgunned. Let's ask ourselves, where is Nigeria's multi-billion naira security type budget? Where is Nigeria's multi-billion naira security budget? What did they use it to do? Where is the money? Money meant for security purposes. What did they use it to do? Now, it has gotten to that extent that military men are running. People that are supposed to be protecting civilians, they are the one running in this time because they don't have weapons. Why is it Nigerian government has failed to weaponize these soldiers? And even if they were giving the money, where is the money? Where is the money? Now let's go into details on what happened in Kwara State. On Monday, June 30th, 2025, multiple villages in so guys, let's go into details on what happened. Now, on Monday, June 30th, 2025, multiple villages in Edu local government area, including Lata, Woro, Gada, Kokoduma, Kokodume, and Bubu, came under heavy terrorist attack. This is all these local governments are in Kwara State. Imagine how many local governments, about 6 or 5 local governments were attacked by these bandits. According to the eyewitnesses, the attackers stormed this community with advanced firearms. Advanced. The military has not used such weapon, advanced firearms, more sophisticated than what our soldiers had. Guys, you can see it is more sophisticated than what our Nigerian army, what our military have. And according to eyewitnesses, the attackers stormed this community with advanced firearms, more sophisticated than what our soldiers had. Locals were slaughtered. Vigilantes trying to defend their village were either killed or badly injured. Children and women fled into the bush. Roads were shut down. The Bubu Patiji Road became a no-go zone. Transports came to a standstill. The entire community is now in total chaos. This is happening in Kwara State. Even more disturbing, some security forces have withdrawn. Why? They say the terrorists have more sophisticated weapons. Soldiers are waiting for reinforcements from Ilorin, but until then, the people are left to pray and hide indoors. Let's pursue and reflect. Nigeria is the most populated black nation on earth. Yes, our government budgets billions of naira every year for security. In 2024, over 3 trillion was allocated for defense and security. That includes military operation, intelligence weapon procurement, and logistics. So how is it that local terrorists in villages have better gun than our army? We should be asking these questions. We should be, asking this question, because I don't understand why these terrorists should be using more sophisticated weapons than Nigerian military. And first, for that matter, they don't have good weapons. They came with advanced firearms. These terrorists came prepared with advanced firearms, but unfortunately, our soldiers had, they had local, well, I'll call it local gun, because they had to start running away from their life, because the firearm these bandits was using were more advanced, or they were using better firearms than them. So they had to run away from their life. And now the question is, the billions of naira that they roll out every day for security purposes, where is it? You see the kind of government we are in today? Government that doesn't care about security. Even when these bad guys are killing us, they don't care. Where will you not report that? So now, if there's an external attack, how do we defend ourselves when our militaries are running from common headers? Common headers. How can the military be running away from common headers? A country like Nigeria, populated. Nigeria is the most populated black nation on earth. We have so many, our population is big. So then, Nigeria is supposed to weaponize the soldiers to protect lives and property. Look at what is happening in Kwara State. Everywhere is under siege. Our military men are running away. So as civilians are running away, military men are also running away. So who will protect who now? Who is going to protect who? If they cannot weaponize the military, they should license gun for everyone in this country. In fact, they have come out to tell us that they cannot protect us. The military, the police, all in combined, they said they cannot protect us. So they should license gun and give us. This is the reality of, what is happening right now. Guys, take a look.
Kan bura o da a saman titi. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. 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 Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. والله sun ɗauke shi wallahi.
So guys, you can see the way citizens are fleeing, running helter-skelter, running anyhow because of these bandits. And as they are fleeing, our military men are also on the run. People that are supposed to be protecting them, they are running away because they don't have weapons. That is the excuse they are giving. Where is the 3 million naira or 3 trillion naira that was allocated in 2024 for defense and security? In 2024, or let us, Nigerians are asking, where is the billions of naira that the government budgets for security every year? Where is it? In 2024, over 3 trillion naira was allocated for defense and security. That includes military operations, intelligence weapon procurement, and logistics. So how is it that local terrorists in the villages have better guns than army? Look, few days ago, some firearms were missing in the police department. Firearms were missing. Guys, 200 and something thousand firearms were missing in the police department. Where did these things go to? There was a politician that came out to say that, you see, and that the firearms that military are using are from that there is Nigerian government owned. They are properties of Nigerian government. Because the kind of guns these terrorists use, these headers, common headers, how is it that local terrorists in the villages have better guns than our soldiers, armed force? In Zamfara State, bandits roam freely. Now, we see this again and again, even when, billions of naira has been allocated for security. In Zamfara State, bandits roam freely. In Benue, villages are slaughtered. In Niger, even military convoys are ambushed. In Niger, military convoys are ambushed. Now in Kwara, terrorists operate in daylight and the state government is silent. This happened in daylight, broad daylight. These people are not scared because some people are backing them up, and then they have more sophisticated weapons than the military. Do you think they are scared of the military men? They're not scared because they have more weapons than them. And so, as a matter of fact, military men are now running. Where is the money? Who is looting the defense fund? We need to know. All the defense funds, where are they? Why is it that up till now the military don't have good guns to face these bandits? These are common headers, though. Common headers. It's not like the military men are weak. No, because they don't have weapons. They don't have weapons to face these bandits. These things are the common headers that carry cow around. The only thing that's making them look strong is the weapon they are using. Where is the money? Who is looting the defense money? Why are Nigerian soldiers left without bulletproof vests, functional rifles, or even enough bullets? Now let's talk about the human side. These aren't just statistics. These are mothers, fathers, children, students, traders in Babugu and Gada. This is a local government area in Kwara State. People left everything behind. No food, no transport, no safety. A popular POS operator known as Man was kidnapped on Saturday night. Two Hausa men were taken on Monday morning. A young girl barely escaped by hiding in the bush. We are scared. We don't know who is next. Our vigilantes are dead. Soldiers have left. We are just praying. These are the words of real Nigerians. This is not just insecurity. This is state failure. They said that we are scared. We don't know who is next. Our vigilantes are dead. Soldiers have left. We are just praying. These are the words of real Nigerians. This is not just insecurity. This is the state failure. How can these people be operating on broad daylight and the state is silent? The president is silent. This keeps happening every blessed day. Like I always say, there is no day that passes or that pass by without these terrorists attacking one community. There is no day. That means people die every day. People die every day when it comes to this security matter, these terrorists. And what is the president doing about it? All this thing is happening, but the president is in Brazil. He's in Brazil. I mean, the insecurity in this country, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about people's life. You see, in this government, they don't regard people's life. They don't regard people's life at all. People are seen as chickens. How can this thing be happening? Hunger, insecurity, high cost of living, and the president is nowhere to be found. But he's in Brazil. He's not even in Nigeria. Do you know how many people that died because of the flood that happened in Niger State? He has not even gone to compensate them, but the president had to head to Brazil. This is so bad that the Nigerian government doesn't care about people's life. It's so bad. Now, when Sahara reporters reached out to the Kwara State police spokesperson, SP Adetun Ijere Adeyemi, she did not speak up. No response, no briefing, no action. At the federal level, silence. The defense headquarters is quiet. The Ministry of Interior is mute. Imagine when this attack happened, they don't even respond. The federal government is silent. The defense headquarters is quiet. The Ministry of Interior is mute. This pattern keeps repeating. Security collapses. Journalists exposes it. Government stay quiet. Citizens suffer. Security collapses, insecurity everywhere. Journalists exposes it. The government stays quiet. Citizens suffer. This is not about Kwara, it's a national emergency. If Nigerian army is retreating from terrorists in 2025 after trillions of naira have been spent, then we must ask, is the government failing us on purposes? This 21st century, our military men are still using local guns. The common headers that stay in the bush are using more sophisticated weapons. Who is giving them these weapons? Because I know that headers don't have money to acquire that kind of guns, that kind of advanced gun. Who is giving them these weapons? In Nigeria, if Nigerian army is retreating from terrorists in 2025, after trillions of naira has been spent on security, then we must ask if the government is failing us on purpose, or is it that corruption has completely eaten the system? Guys, let me know under the comment section, because at this point we will just believe that corruption has finally eaten up the system. Corruption has eaten up the system. That's what we can say now, that corruption has truly eaten up the system. Now, let's be clear. Our security operatives are not the enemy. The Nigerian army and police have brave officers. But bravery is not enough when you don't have weapons. That's what I want to clear you guys now. We have good personnel. There are some good personnel in Nigerian police and Nigerian army. Our security operatives are not the enemy. They are not the problem. Rather, I would say it is those people in authority, higher people that are in, okay, people that are in higher positions, they are the problem. The Nigerian army and police have brave officers, but bravery is not enough when you don't have weapons. The blame lies with those in power. That's who we are going to blame. Those in power. The blame lies with those people in power, those who sit on security funds but do nothing. Those who sit on security funds but do nothing. We need urgent answers from the Ministry of Defense, or from the Minister of Defense, the National Assembly, committees of security, National Assembly committees on security, the Chief of Army Staff, President Bola Tinubu himself. President Bola Tinubu himself. Armed Force. They call themselves Armed Force. Let the world know that Nigerian citizens are dying. Let the world know it, that Nigerian citizens are dying. Not because our soldiers are cowards, but because the system is designed to fail them. They even risk soldiers' life. How can you send soldiers to the bush to go and fight with bare hands? How? That is why you see our military men keep dying in every attack. You will lose plenty of Nigerian soldiers in most of these attacks because they don't have weapons. They don't have who will protect them, what will help them in fighting. They don't have. It's not like they are not strong, but weapons are important. They cannot fight with their bare hands. If these military men are not with any weapon, at least I know that Nigerian government, when they are responding to attack, at least there will be victory. But as a matter of fact, these bandits have more sophisticated and more advanced weapons. So tell me why our soldiers won't die. People that are serving the country. If you're watching this and you're in Kwara and any are affected, our thoughts and prayer are with you. If you're outside the zone, raise your voice. Share this video, tag the people in power. Don't wait until your village is next. It is time Nigeria demands accountability. It is time. So if you're watching this video, if you're with me in this live section and you're in Kwara State or anywhere affected, our thoughts and prayer are with you. Just know that. If you're outside this zone, raise your voice. Share the video, tag the people in power. Don't wait till your village is the next. It's time Nigerians demand accountability. Where is our security money? Why are terrorists better armed than our army? And the most importantly, when will the killing stop? That is just it. When will the killing stop? Take a look at this video. They claim that, let me tell you, Tinubu knows about this thing happening in Nigeria. Tinubu knows about all these things happening in Nigeria. He knows. Take a look at this video. Where this man actually said that Buhari, Tinubu, they are aware of all this thing happening in Nigeria. They are aware. They are aware.
If we don't get angry with this thing, it will not get away. There is a proverb in my place that if you have rashes on your buttocks and you are covering it, the thing will continue to fester. But when you expose it, shame will allow you to stay there, it will go away. Why is it that each time Tinubu want to address this, he will not mention names? You may not till now, Tinubu does not know who is causing this problem in Nigeria. Up till now, they don't know. Up till now, they don't know. They don't call them out. I expected Tinubu to call all the Fulani leaders, to call their people to order. That is the way to go. Buhari is there. He knows all these things. He kept quiet. If Nigerians were to be killing Fulani the way they are killing other people, wouldn't Buhari talk? Esther, wouldn't Buhari talk? They kept quiet because they are the one killing other people. You heard all the statement they have made concerning Benue, especially telling Benue people they must do this before peace can reign. Imagine terrorists giving condition in Nigeria where Tinubu is the president.
He said so because we killed 200 people in Benue State, and so what? Is that why you people are crying and complaining? You are going to social crying and complaining. You are going to social media to complain. What you saw is just small. You people have been writing that you will chase Fulani out of Benue State.
Yeah, that one is rubbish.
But now you are the ones crying. How many of our cows were killed? How many of our people were killed in the bushes and in the Aruga settlements that you are crying over the killing of mere 200 people? So what? You have not seen anything yet. I can kill 150 for one of my cows killed. For me, it's an eye for an eye. If you offend me, I don't wait. I take my vengeance immediately. I have stopped thinking twice. I don't forgive or forget. You do me, I revenge as a Fulani of the forest. Killing a human being who offends me or kills my cow is nothing to me. There is no killing that is difficult for me to carry out to avenge my cow or any wrong done to me. We have not even started and you people are crying already. You will soon see what we are going to do.
He even added something.
Yes,
he said the Fulanis are not government. He said Fulanis are not government. Maybe if government doesn't want to take action, they themselves, they don't waste time. Esther, thank God you are reading this thing now. Nigerians, you can see what we are talking about. You can see. I told him the true story. That is farmer header class. What kind of farmer header class?
They're still running with that narrative.
Can you just imagine? All because the president said it himself. That is farmer header class.
President, did you know that 11 states, because of the resurgence and in killing spree across the nation, 11 states are taking steps to commence ranching as a way to address the age-long violent clashes.
That is not the problem. I told you here, that thing will not work. Esther, even if you give these people a sort of to rear their cattle, they will not agree. That is not what they want. I told Tinubu here when they started this cattle, whatever, ranch, it will not work. That's not what they want. Are you sure?
But the states that are ready to commence the ranching are Lagos. Wait, listen, Lagos, Plateau, Ondo, Zamfara, Bauchi, Delta, Niger, Kano, Jigawa, Nasarawa, and Anambra states. They said the development comes against the surge in killings in Benue and Plateau communities linked to armed headers because of the killings of over 200 persons last week. So, Barrister, this ranching has been something that has been touted since the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. But the fear is that when you give these individuals opportunities to ranch, they take over the settlements.
Have I not told you that that's not what they want?
So what?
Listen very well.
Okay.
During Buhari, when they were pretending to gullible Nigeria that they want to solve the problem, Niger State said they should come and all the land, whatever they need, they provide it. It happened. I discussed it. Kano State said they should come if they are looking for land. Because that was the first thing they started making noise, that they need land, no place. Kiniko. I said, look at these people, pretenders. Esther, at least Niger State is on the temperate region. It's not in the desert or whatever. So whatever you want to do there, Esther, Niger State is the size of the entire southwest. Can you just imagine? South, come. Esther, did they listen to them? Did they listen to them? I'm asking you. So if land is their problem, this one that they are offered to them on a platter of gold. Kogi State did the same thing. Kogi State is the size of the entire southeast, Esther. I hope you are listening to me.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Kogi State is the size of the entire southeast of 5 states. So what land are you looking for you cannot find in this place, Esther? Please tell me. Tell me. Is the Kogi State in the desert? No, tell me. To tell you that these people are pretenders, I can use it to build a new city for Fulanis. So that whether you are a Fulani man from the moon, from the outer space, from wherever, from inner Mongolia, outside Mongolia, if you enter Nigeria, you go there. Since they are your people, you can be comfortable there without any problem. Esther, I made that suggestion here. That Buhari have the opportunity, since they listen to him, go and do this. You have enough land to rehabilitate these people. Esther, did anybody listen to me? No. Hey. So why do you think that this ranching, what are you talking about? The agenda is temple. Look at what somebody said with his mouth. Only not for what he did. They almost killed the autumn in the same Benue, a governor, elected governor, and they come out to tell you how they did it. Yet no arrest was made, Esther, no arrest. Oh my, look, look, you see these people, the way they are doing this, they will cause problem, Esther. I'm not joking. Collect their village, collect their farmland, and rename the village. The most annoying from Nigeria, at least the security you have told us to, they said that these people are not from Nigeria. So what are you doing? Esther, what are they doing? You can see how Tinubu is going to win 2027, Abi. That you allow people to come into Nigeria and be killing Nigerians, and you want those Nigerians to come and vote for you in 2027. How can that be? Esther, how can that be? With this level of insecurity, Tinubu is still campaigning for 2027. Is it possible? No, tell me, is it possible? These are the things that make other leaders in other countries resign from office. You don't need to be told. You don't resign on your own because you have failed. You have failed. How can you go for
ranching be established in their own home base?
I am telling you.
When you set up a ranching facility, water, the feedstock, everything is provided there by the state government. I'm sorry to say, I know that everyone has a freedom to move from one location to the other. Must they reside in other cities, in other states? Look, do they have to travel across board?
Look, discussing this matter is very annoying on its own.
No, we have to, Barrister Darlington, because tomorrow you hear of another killing. You can hear one of them who came on social media to boast. I'm expecting that the DSS will drill these individuals and not just go and catch innocent Nigerians because the president has given you a timeline. Without proper security, Barrister Darlington, your economy will definitely not thrive. That one is for sure. And not with the external situation going on now with Israel, Iran, the US. Obviously, we know that Nigeria relies heavily on import. We import a lot of things. So if anything happens that there's going to be a constraint in a disbursing of crude oil or having to import crude oil, there's a volatility in the country. So can we actually afford any of this particular misdemeanor? Can we afford it? What is the immediate solution? Imagine you're advising the president. What should be applied to curtail this? This is wrong. This is bad.
When a man does not want your advice, what he's doing is his mind. Tinubu is after 2027.
You cannot say so.
I said
if you don't have a people, if you don't have a people, what's 2027?
It doesn't matter. 2 people can vote him into office. Two people.
It's not possible.
Apparently,
Nigerians to allow that.
Are you serious? Look at what he said in Benin. Does it mean that Tinubu wants to solve this problem?
They kept saying that he doesn't have the political will to resolve this. Okay.
Am I lying?
So the resurgence has become so incessant. According to them, they feel that there are certain elements who are in the opposition or certain persons who are not happy with him who have decided to create this, they call it a facade of insecurity, so that it will seem like the president is incapable of actually resolving insecurity, which would be a major issue for him in terms of accumulating trust for his campaign in 2027. Now, my question is, if the presidency has realized that indeed there are certain persons whom we don't know, but maybe they know, that are actually trying to defame his administration. Is this not an opportunity to take decisive action? Call out this, I'm sure with your security intelligence, what is the fear of calling these individuals out? What is the fear of publicly prosecuting them? If there is any inkling that an individual is named as the one who is galvanizing, why not call them out? Why are you afraid? What is the fear?
Esther, God works in a wonderful way. Initially in this country, did they not tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is the problem of Nigeria? Insecurity. In fact, if any husband and wife are fighting in Sokoto, is Nnamdi Kanu. If two farmers are quarreling in Zamfara, is Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbo people. Is that not what they were telling you here? Now, the truth has come out here, they cannot do anything. Esther, what does that tell you? Were you not here when they were everything is IPOB? Everything is IPOB. Is that not true? Even the answers that the youth came together to challenge police brutality, it was Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not true? Now that these ones have exposed themselves.
So guys, you heard what that man said. You heard what he said there made a lot of sense. Now, will you tell me that Tinubu is now aware of this thing that is happening in Kwara State? Just like that man said, will you tell me that this, Tinubu, the army staff, chief of defense staff, they are not aware of what's happening in Kwara State? How can common headers have sophisticated weapons, have more advanced firearms than our own, they call them armed force? Can you imagine? Upon how populated Nigeria is, but still, their soldiers are not weaponized to face these bandits. Why are military men running away from these bandits? Who is not supposed to protect who? Who will not protect who? Imagine if they are running like this, if there's an external attack, who will not protect who? When our soldiers don't have weapons to face these bad guys. These bad guys came with sophisticated weapons, good firearms for this attack, and military men are running away. Why are they running? They don't have weapons. What of the money that they rolled out, the billions of naira they rolled out for security purposes every year? What of the money? Who is looting these military funds? Who is looting this money? We need to ask us. It's high time that our government needs to be accountable, because we cannot take this again. Just in Zamfara State, yesterday, June 30th, an attack was happened in Kwara, but this is another attack. A horrifying story of a broad daylight terrorist invasion in Zamfara State. What happened in Kucheri community? This is a local or a community in Zamfara State. It wasn't just a random gunshot incident. It was a full-scale attack on innocent Nigerians. Men, women, and children who were forced to run for their lives, unprotected and abandoned. Military men don't respond again to attacks. Meanwhile, the man who occupies the seat of Nigerian's commander-in-chief, imagine Tinubu that calls himself commander-in-chief of armed force. He calls himself commander-in-chief of armed force. He's again jetting off, going abroad, as if nothing is happening at home. In this phase of terror, our leaders seek comfort overseas. In this case of havoc, in this case of violence, it is this time that President Bola Tinubu would prefer to travel outside the country when his people are dying. A man, in fact, Nigerians, men, women, innocent Nigerians, men, women, and children who were forced to run for their lives, unprotected and abandoned. Meanwhile, the man who occupies the seat of Nigeria's commander-in-chief, President Bola Tinubu Ahmed, is once again jetting off abroad as if nothing is happening at home. In this phase of terror, our leaders seek comfort overseas. Now, let's just break down what happened in Kucheri community, Zamfara State. It happened on Monday, June 30th, 2025. So now, on that fateful morning, gunmen suspected to be terrorists stormed Kucheri community without fear or hesitation. They didn't come at night. They didn't hide. They invaded in broad daylight, shooting sporadically and spreading panic. Take a look at people running. It's not a joke.
Come, bro. Someone TV. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون والله أوكي شيء والله.
So guys, you saw the way people were running helter skelter. Now, that footage, it was obtained from Sahara reporters from the scene. It shows women and children screaming, men calling on God, and the community dissolving into chaos. The air was filled with the sounds of bullets and Islamic prayers of desperation. These are not scenes from Gaza. This is Nigeria. Our own soil under attack without the government's watch, with why the government watch in silence. These are not scenes from Gaza. This is Nigeria. Our own soil under attack while the government watches in silence. Just days before, the same state witnessed another tragedy, a military unit ambush. Lieutenant died, was killed, and in Tofa village, over 15 residents were massacred. Tofa, located in Guse local government area, has completely collapsed. Residents who couldn't pay bandit tax has been driven out. The government is absent. These bandits are not hiding in caves. They have camps in the open forest across Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, and Niger states. They attack at will, loot communities, burn homes, kill indiscriminately, and kidnap school children for ransoms. And yet, no serious military campaign has been launched to wipe them out. Instead, we hear empty speeches and excuses. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is national abandonment. Tinubu's continued foreign trip in the middle of crisis shows how detached and unconcerned he is about the realities of Nigerians. This is not just about poor leadership. This is a total failure of duty, a betrayal of the oath to protect lives and property. So where is the insecurity Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised us? Imagine, he calls himself chief of armed staff, but still insecurity is still the problem of Nigeria. He said he's going to wipe away all these bandits in Nigeria, but still Tuji Bello, the most wanted terrorist, is still going about causing violence across Nigeria. Where is the president? Amid all this, the president is holidaying. Amid all these things, he's going from one country to another while Nigeria is boiling. But he doesn't even want to know about the welfare of people. Do you know that last week in Niger State, flood killed about 700 people died, and then plus 700 plus human beings were missing. 700 plus human they were missing. The president cannot even reach out to these people. Do you know how many children in IDP camp in Edo State? Do you know how many of them? Thousands of children are in IDP camp in Edo State. Some were displaced, some run away from their community, some their parents are no more, some don't have houses, and then the president doesn't care. It's now common citizens that go to those places to cater for them, to feed them. But we have Nigeria has a president. Like I always say, it's better we don't have the president and we have and all these things happening. It's better we don't have people sitting on that National Assembly, or it's better we don't have senators than we have senators and all these things happening. Now, this is not the only attack that happened in Nigeria last week or this week. This thing happened yesterday. And then, just days before, the same state witnessed another tragedy. This same Zafara state, military units ambushed, and then a lieutenant died. And in Tofa village, over 15 residents massacred. Tofa, located in Gusau local government area, has completely collapsed. Residents who couldn't pay, imagine bandits, saying that residents should pay millions of naira. If not, they will be killed in their own community, in their own homes. Do you know how many residents that left their homes because of these bad guys? They left their farms, hectares of farms because of these bad guys. And the president is, we are going to believe this allegation that came up last year that Tinubu is a puppet. Looking at what is happening now in Nigeria, we're just going to believe that allegation. Because how can the president just sit and watch foreigners come to Nigeria and buy us? In fact, in Edo State, this is happening in Edo State. Even very dark man has to go and witness it himself. In Edo State, Nigerian military personnel are destroying people's houses in Edo State. The houses that they have lived there for so many years. They destroyed the house, and then they are building camps for Fulani in that same Edo State. About 6 camps of these Fulani men we have found in Edo State. With whose permission? How can military men give out lands to Fulanis in Edo State without the permission of any traditional leader in Edo State? IPOB has said it. No inch of land in Igbo land will be given out to these people. Because I'm just hearing that Tinubu wants to give out, or Tinubu wants to build ranches for cows or build cattle ranches in Abuja. Who does that? The capital city. The capital city. This is just an opportunity, or this is just, Tinubu just wants Fulani men to take over Abuja. If Abuja people just sit and look at this thing happen, the Fulanis will be treating them. I know that the people are the real owners of Abuja. If they sit and watch this thing happen, the Fulani people will treat them like foreigners in their own land. Now, as the blood is being shed in Zamfara State every time, where is President Bola Tinubu? He's not in Gusau, he's not in Sokoto, he's not in Abuja. He's traveling from one country to another. Last week, it was St. Lucia. This week, Brazil. Holidaying while his country burns. Tinubu continued foreign trip in the middle of crisis shows just how detached and unconcerned he is about the reality of Nigerians. He's not even concerned about the welfare of anybody. That Tinubu went to Ileweta, I keep on saying it, it's just camouflage because citizens are now panicking. Even US citizens were panicking about the attack that happened in Yelewata. That was why he went there. I've not seen Tinubu go to any place that this terrorist attack. I've not seen. I think this is the first time he's going to Benue State, to sympathize with them. It's just camouflage. And in fact, 48 hours after he left Benue State, another attack was launched. So where is the military men that he deployed to Benue State? Where are they? People that are running away from their life because they are not weaponized. These bad guys are more weaponized than them. They have, advanced weapons. They have advanced firearms. They have sophisticated firearms. Nigerian army don't have these things. How would they fight? How would they fight? Would they fight with bare hands? Would they? How can common headers have these guns? Like I said last week, thousands of firearms were missing in the police department. Who is taking all these things? Now, who is taking all these things? A politician came and said that Nigerian or the firearms that terrorists are using are Nigerian and is Nigerians' property. Every time we keep hearing thousands of firearms missing. Who is taking all these things? There was a viral video that came, there's this very video that went viral of little children, Fulani were, training them on how to use guns. If we keep silent, in fact, I just say every time that you see all this thing that is happening, all this attack, it will not end because nobody is saying anything about it. The government is not saying anything, and for the government, for the president, that claimed he's the chief of army staff. The chief of army staff is not saying anything. The chief of defense staff is not saying anything. If they are silenced like this, it's giving them the mind to do more attack, or they want to do more attacks, or attack more villages because nobody is saying anything about it. Rather, they are backing them up. All this thing that is happening, the president is silent, Tinubu is silent. But let one Fulani man go down, you will see the president in action. That is when he will come out and you see him in action. So every day, Nigerians are being left to fend for themselves. The military is being outgunned, the police are overwhelmed, and our leaders are more concerned with foreign meetings, luxury jets, and diplomatic photo. Let's ask ourselves, how long are we going to continue like this? How many more villages must fall? How many more children must grow up as orphans? You need to go to IDP camp in those states. If you know thousands of children that are there without parents, their parents died in these attacks, what must be done? What must be done? Is it that this government don't know how to see? Like I said, if they want to stop these killings in Nigeria, they can do it today, but because of their gaining from it, that is why you see these people are still existing in Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu must wake up. Return from his travel. Peter B always says this. He say, let President Bola Tinubu leave all this foreign trip and start going around his own country. Return from his travels and act decisively. This is not time for terrorism, or it's not time for leadership. This is time to act. Enough is enough. Let the government hear our voice. So share this video. Let the world know let the world know what is really happening in Nigeria. Let the government hear our voice. Enough is enough. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also drop your thoughts below. Let me know what you're saying about this headline. I've come to the end of this live section. Thank you for joining me. Don't miss any of my live section. Hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever we drop updates like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.